All right, race fans, I'm here with Peter Murphy. And Peter, you had a stellar career in sprint cars, especially the wingless. You had quite a career with that. Then it came time for you to retire. You were kind of just traveling around with folks, helping people out. And then the next thing I know, you took on the role of promoter at, I believe it's Hanford, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now are you doing both tracks?
Yes.
Okay, so that's got to be a torrid schedule for you.
It is, but you know, we start earlier down there in California because you know we can start in February. Actually, last weekend in February I think is when we start. And then the summer becomes too hot down there, so we shut it down. We might run once a month, maybe, you know, here and there. But they just so happen that there's only 2 shows that overlap from here to down there, so it hasn't been that bad. So.
All right, very good. So let the fans know, how did this come about that Skagit was purchased by Radine and yourself, and now you're promoting here? How did that all take place?
I don't know whether you say that's luck or not. I don't know, just lucky maybe. I don't know. You know, myself and Preston Cross is my partner down at Hanford, and it just was something that I wanted to do after we'd done the Peter Murphy Classic. You know, I don't know how many times, and I kind of enjoyed it. So I thought, well, we can do one night. Let's try a few more. So we ended up getting Hanford, and then because what we do there, I'm only assuming that's why we got invited to be a part of this deal here. So we were very, very, very fortunate in the 2 roles that I have at both places. So very
all right, excellent. Now, it's no mystery. I almost literally call it an obsession with the track facility, the safety, the fan experience. How did that all come about for yourself?
I don't know. Obviously, you know, I've been all over this country. I've been all over Australia, and I've been, you know, North and South Island, New Zealand. So I've seen a lot of different things, and you know, some good and some not so good. It just, you know, it's just a thing that we have to do we can't do what we've done in the past, and this is why our sport is failing. We keep doing what we've done. I do believe we have to adapt like everything else. If a sprint car driver comes out here on lap 1 to lap 30, he has to adapt to the track. We have to adapt to what's going on in the world right now, and unfortunately I think a lot of tracks, not all of them, but a lot of places are just still stuck where they shouldn't be. We need to move on a little bit and create some different things, get new people interested in what we do, so we have to change what we do. So just have to be open to change, and if it doesn't work, we change it again.
All right, excellent. Well, Peter, it's really, from my standpoint as a longtime fan and having been up here at Skagit for almost 20 years now, it's really a personal delight to see the improvements you're making and the strides forward. Now, for yourself, one final question here, because I know you're really busy this weekend. Are you happy with the way that this Dirt Cup is going? Yeah,
I honestly, again, it's just surprising to get the number of cars we had. You know, we had 43 cars, and I think we had 3 360. So for this side of the country, for the West Coast, to have a show that's not an outlaw show or anything like that, and it hasn't been a 410 show up here for so long, I think it's obviously a step in the right direction to what we possibly could accomplish, you know, in the future. And now the fact that, you know, we have this track here, and we also have Hanford, as in, you know, our groups together. We have a pair of bookends, and then hopefully maybe we could do something in between and bring, you know, 410s back to the West Coast. So, you know, maybe it's as strong as what it is on the other side of the country. But the good thing is we have so much talent on this side of the country, and we just need to help it grow. So.
All right, well, you're certainly doing your best on that, both you and Kevin Radine. And last night, I got one more question. Last night there was a hint from Caleb that you still have future plans for this track.
Yeah, this is, you know, everyone comes here and you can see a difference already. And I'm here almost every day, and all I can see is what I haven't done yet. So there's so much more to do, so much more. There's so much more we can improve in, and just, you know, the whole goal is to make our sport better. You know, not just for sprint cars, but to make our sport better. So Yeah, so there is so much more to come yet. So it's just we just need a little bit more time and some weather. Obviously, the weather's been really good this week, but up until this point,
oh, it was horrible.
It's been terrible. So so we just have to wait and see. It'll all come out.
Well, Peter, it's always wonderful talking with you, and your dedication towards the sport right now and the future is just wonderful. And Skagit looks like it's in pretty good hands.
Let's hope.
All right. Well, thank you again.
No worries. Thank you.
All right, race fans, we're here with Kevin Rudine, and when I was thinking about the opportunity and the privilege of talking with you, Kevin, the one thing that came to my mind is that there's no doubt your passion for racing. I mean, it's just amazing. But some people might question ownership in 2 tracks. What brought that about?
Well, you know, Shane takes care of everything down at Port City, and that's basically his deal. I'm just a partner in it, and that's such a great facility. So many great young drivers come out of there, so that got me excited about that. And then this one I call my home track, and it just was time for a change here, and we thought we could improve on it and get the fan base back, get the 410s back here. So we're excited, and here Peter Murphy does a chunk of the work. So
yeah,
I don't have to do much of the work at either place.
All right, yeah, I spoke with Peter, and he's doing just a bang-up job.
He's doing amazing. Him and John Hager, his right-hand guy, or another one of my partners is John Hager, and him and John do amazing work here.
Okay, wonderful. Now, very briefly, during the years that Steve Beitler had the track, and was there discussion with him previous to, you know, if he has ever wanted to sell the track for yourself to take an interest in it, or did it just he just decided he wanted to sell it and you were there?
I think more of the latter, because Steve and I always talked about, you know, someday he's going to get it out, and he'd had it for 20 years and had an amazing run. And then Pete brought me, Pete and Mike Anderson actually brought me a deal a year ago or so, and I said, yeah, if it comes together, I'll be interested, I'll be part of it. So here we are today.
Wonderful. Now, Peter, when I talked with him, he made a comment that in spite of all of the amazing improvements that have already been done, he said all he sees is more stuff that has to be done. So are you on board with that, or what's your feelings about the future?
I think we've done 5 or 10% of the work that we're going to do here.
Oh my goodness!
We've got a long ways to go. We want to make it one of the best tracks in the country, and we're going to work hard to do that.
Oh, excellent! Well, once again, I know that you're really busy, and for the fans, and especially for myself, thank you so much for bringing the 410s back to Dirt Cup. What an awesome show!
It's our pleasure, and we're doing it for the fans. We want to keep improving everything. We've got amazing staff here, but we're going to get better, and we're doing it for the fans. We need the fans to keep the track going.
Excellent. Well, Kevin, definitely looking forward to the future, and today's Dirt Cup this weekend has just been outstanding.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not because of me. There's a lot of people behind me. So.
All right. Well, thank you
for the time.
Well, still, thank you also. All right, race fans, this is indeed a treat. One of my all-time favorite sprint car racers, Jonathan Allard, out of California, and he's finally made his way back here for Dirt Cup. Jonathan, how you doing?
Doing great. It's so nice to be here. Such a beautiful place. Boy, what a promotional job they've done here. A lot of improvements for the fans and definitely the race teams. Everything's cleaned up, so it's quite a treat to be back. But the most important thing it's good to be back with is all the fans.
Oh, excellent. Now, Jonathan, the fans may not know this unless they look it up. You have won 4 Dirt Cups in your career. Shortly after, I think, winning the 4th one or thereabouts, 410 simply died out up here at Skagit, and you kind of went on a bit of a hiatus. Can you tell the fans a little bit how that all came about?
Yeah, well, after the 40th, you know, as it changed and the 360s came up here, I wasn't really in a ride that was available to come up, so we haven't been here for quite a while. And then life takes me overseas every summer for the past 20-25 years to make a living at racing. And I met a beautiful woman, I married her, and decided that there was a bit more to life sometimes than just being on the racetrack. But the opportunity presented itself to come back when this thing turned back into a 410 show. And Ashley and the boys at Williams Motorsports, they decided to invite me back in, and I've got my team from New Zealand, Dalton's Racing, that I'm a part of. We all got together and we're able to make it back up here for the show. So like I was telling you earlier, we've got a lot of things to work on. You know, it's kind of thrown together at the last minute, and we definitely know how to get around this place. But it's getting back in the seat, getting back in the rhythm, finding myself race fit enough to be up front and make all the right decisions.
All right, Jonathan. Well, as always, you have an excellent run. You know, you're, quite frankly, I already got you up in the top 5. Maybe I shouldn't do that, but I got you there. So it's always excellent talking to you, and it's wonderful to see you back.
Well, it's always quite an honor to be considered up at the front, and I enjoy that. That's why I love the fans here. They've got a lot of respect for me, and I've got a lot of respect for them. So hopefully we can prove you right, and we can get this thing going to the front. It deserves to be there. We'll just see if I can do the job.
All right, Jonathan. Great talking to you.
Thank you.
You bet. All right, race fans, for myself and hopefully for yourself, it's a double treat, because here's my other favorite, or definitely, I can't really separate Tim, you and Jonathan. I can't separate the two of you from how much I enjoy watching.
I got a little more hair
racing.
than him. That's about it.
Yeah, okay. So,
and he's got age on me.
oh, okay, very good, very good. Now, I talked with Jonathan and about the fact that 410s died out here, and they became a 360 race, and frankly, you know, the 410 pilots, they just kind of disappeared. What was that like for you?
You know, growing up, you know, from being a kid, we used to come up here to Dirt Cup every year. You know, this was our start of our summer vacation as kids growing up. So when they changed it to the 360 race, I kind of understood why, because there wasn't a big following of 410s up this way. But you know, it definitely put a hinder on any of us coming from, you know, south coming up. We just, you know, it was always a 410 race for us. So, you know, with Pete bringing it back as a 410 race, Pete and Kevin and everybody here, you know, it's definitely brought enthusiasm back on the West Coast, knowing that we can hopefully merge everything and be able to come back up here a little bit more often with the 410 stuff and race with these guys up here. You know, there's a lot of good cars here for a lot of years that were 410 cars, and hopefully, you know, these guys can knock the rust and dust off and come out and have some fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. Of course, I speak for myself. I speak for all the fans. It is so awesome to have the 410s back here and to have Dirt Cup back here with the 410s. It's just amazing. Now, it was my understanding that you said about a month ago or 6 weeks ago you suffered a back injury or something?
Yeah, I took a couple good crashes back home, probably a little over a month ago, and just bruised my back a little bit in a couple spots. It's like I tell everybody, it's nothing that being over 40 years old, I have more things that don't hurt in the morning when I wake up than that do hurt. So, it's one of those things. I beat my body up for 26 years, 27 years doing this stuff, and it just takes one good hit to where it definitely jeopardizes the season for you. But we got back in the car Monday. I felt pretty good. Had a little run in with another car, bent the front end a little, and just saved the equipment, So we were good. Started off really good, really strong, and hopefully we can continue that through the next 3 days here with the NARC and all the 410 cars.
All right. Well, Tim, I just can't. I'm kind of actually giddy having you and Jonathan back up here and running in the 410s because you guys put on such an awesome show and just awesome racing, and it's just great having you back.
No, it's awesome to be back up here. We got beautiful weather, and hopefully, me and Jonathan, being two of the elder statesmen around here, hopefully we can put these cars up front and show these kids what we're still made of.
All right. Well, if anybody can do it, the two of you can. Tim, it's wonderful having you here, and have a great Dirt Cup.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
The defending Dirt Cup champion, and that is going to be Dominic Selzy in car number 41, who also had a decent but not great run on Monday night. Looking for better things coming up out of the Dominator as he looks to defend his Dirt Cup title.
I spent a little time at his trailer tonight talking with him and his crew chief Jimmy Carr, and paired up with one of the most legendary crew chiefs in all of sprint car racing, and Jimmy Carr. And boy, last year did they have a wonderful season. They absolutely dominated 410 and 360 sprint car racing on the West Coast, and as you mentioned, picked up the Dirt Cup.
He's got Howard next to him. The veteran going to look to school the youngster. A couple of youngsters in the row behind them in Day and Myers Jr. Sanders, Crop, Stark, Selzy, Lemley, Linder, and Jacobson. Side-by-side start of the white chalk stripe, middle of corner number 4. Hamilton and Schlotter. Cup 2022 is on the track. Let 'em hear it! Coming out of corner number 4.
love that aero cushion and it not see along for the ride. And good to see Joel hopping out of the car under his own power.
Take away restart again. Come on. RPM's coming up. RPM's coming up. Right now. Our safety crews quickly to turn 3. And all concerned at the moment for the 2 drivers that are over there, Wheatley and Holmes. Facility to get it over. Yeah, for sure.
Would be a bad idea.
That was that collision in turn 3, Blake, the velocity in which that happened, the speed in which he carried just on the nose and strike of that race car into the wall in the third quarter.
Skagit.
23rd. Oh, woo!
23rd finish, beating Aston earned it, and I think Ashley Llewellyn got the top committee very excited to see. Look at the excitement. I mean, wasting no time, Caleb.
He's out of the door. Let him hear it. Team. Blake, let's take a second and catch our breath.
Yeah.
Let's send things down to Ashley with oh man, what a great race.
How about a round of applause for those two? That final lap raced each other clean.
That was my plan. No.
Ashley Llewellyn,
I'll carry
it's all you.
Holy smokes, you guys, that was crazy incredible finish. How about them on the backstretch doing a wheelie? Whew. Let's get some thoughts from TK. We'll take them up to victory lane by our flag stand. Start walking your warm up. Trying to coerce him up the stairs into our victory lane. He had to grab the checkered flag first. He's coming up the chute. Let him hear it, TK! TK, your thoughts on that incredible A-main event?
I knew DJ was back there. I knew he was coming, you know. Let's send our prayers to Austin Wheatley there. I don't know how bad he is, but racing's a tough sport. I didn't think I was going to be doing this a month ago, and hell, to come here to Skagit to win. Hopefully we can get better and get going up in front Saturday, but I can run second in this place better than anybody. This year I'm going to win this son of a bitch because I'm taking it back to California.
Yeah. So tell me, finishing first place on a prelim night like this, how does it set you up for the rest of your weekend?
It definitely builds the confidence. If I can just stay out of the ice chest all night, I'll be all right. But, you know, I got to thank the entire Vance Hamilton team, Brad, Roger, Lori Hamilton, Josh Bates. These guys, like I said, plus their ass all year. And all I have to do is go out and have fun, tear stuff up. So, Tyker, everybody that's associated, Scott, Brad, everybody that works on this car. I mean, you know, after Monday, we set ourselves up pretty good. Had really bad luck, but to win, knowing a month ago I possibly wasn't ever going to get back to the race car means so much. So, I love you, Bug. I miss you.
Give him another round of applause, you guys. TK!
Washington from Arizona will lead the way. That's gonna have you been hold on, folks. Okay,
also